Just as the sunrise starts to show, warming up the motorway. You know you felt this way before, but can't recall the time and day. Don't know if life is a small part of something greater.
Good morning, my love. Welcome back to my channel. My skin feels so dry. I'm like dying to do my skincare routine because I'm a bit later today. Today is a holiday and I wanted to bring you along my morning and just whatever I feel intuitively called to share today. Usually what I do, I wake up, do my skincare, get a little bit ready, like not much, and just get out of the house and do a big walk through the park. And that literally has been so beautiful. I always take my protein matcha, but today, as it always is when I want to film, is a little bit different because Mel is at home as well, and I know that he will want to come on the walk, but he is still sleeping. So I was like, what else can I do that gives me this sense of joy and peace and just makes me feel really good? And something I haven't done for a really long time is just to make myself a matcha, go back to bed, have the sun come in. It's fall, but it's really sunny today, and watch a vlog. And this is what I did. Every time, like anytime I wake up and roll out of bed, I put on my jewelry. That's like my morning routine. And now I'm just gonna do some skincare.
And when you get off this raging horse, sings to whatever. I let it go for all time's sake.
This is where I would usually stop, but it's a holiday. I kind of have no need to get out quickly. I already had my matcha, so I'm just gonna do a bit more because I feel like sometimes it's fun to like just do a bit more. I want to just put some bronzer all over. I like to literally dab this just all over because I feel like the brush anyways eats so much of it. And I already have used this tinted sunscreen from La Roche-Posay. It's a mineral sunscreen, which apparently is better for you. But I've been looking for like a good hydrating SPF for a really long time. I feel like I haven't used it enough to give like a full yes or no. But so far, I feel like it doesn't dry out my skin. It feels like it actually does give some tint to the skin. It kind of balances out, like if you have redness or anything like that, I feel like it balances out the skin tone. So far so good, but like I said, I've only used it like 2 or 3 times, so it's a little bit early. I feel like I need to refresh my eyebrow tint, but this is not the day for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use a little bit of Vaseline to brush them up a little bit because I think like this will make it a little bit darker and also fuller. I'm also, I think, going to put a little bit on my lashes. I do feel like I'm close to a hair wash day, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scalp massager to distribute the oils, and I feel like that sometimes really helps. The scalp is producing the oils for a reason, to nourish your hair, right? So I'm going to just distribute that a bit, and that usually also helps with like this little bit of oiliness happening. Environment generally is so important to me, but especially when I'm not feeling the best emotional state, I need my environment to be clean, I need it to be tidy. I feel like if your head is messy and your environment is messy, that is just too much. So I definitely want to tidy up, reset, clean this morning.
When every minute bends and breaks, always a little bit behind. Don't know if life is a small.
Spontaneously decided to clean already the bathroom. Sometimes it just comes over me, and I think we have this automatic cleaning hoover slash mopping thing. So I'm gonna let it go wild in the bathroom. What I actually do, or which I started doing recently with it, is just I'm gonna close the door and leave it in a room until I feel like the room is done. Because sometimes it just wanders around from one room to the other, even if I feel like it's not done yet. we have no idea where this magnetic stripe is that you can put somewhere to avoid it going somewhere, and it always goes into the shower and just creates a mess. So I tried to build a barricade so it can't get in. Wish me luck, we will see.
Something bigger. And when you get up, this raging heart seems to whatever. So the last goodbye is getting down, and the stream begins to bowl, and the memories will stick on you like a bird up on your clothes. And the last thing I would like to ask before getting in the sea, did you ever love me? So the last goodbye is getting here, and the stream begins to bowl, and the memories will stick on you like a bird up on your clothes. And the last thing I would like to ask before getting in the sea, did you ever love me? 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 When the morning's standing at your door, brighter than our mornings come before. Don't be late, my dear. Life won't.
Good morning, my love. It is, I think, 2 days later. I just thought to continue the vlog here because after the reset, I actually stopped filming. We're traveling, we're in our hometown. It's very cold. We're just about to go for a walk. I've got my little matcha to go. I just thought to come on here for a sec and chat with you to just talk a little bit about anxiety and the importance of routine, and a little concept that has helped me so much to put myself first and to really do things that are truly important to me instead of being busy with things that are not that important to me. I've never in my life had anxiety until this year, and I've just gone through a few rocky things this year, and I don't know, my nervousness, my anxiety was really there, and I would wake up with it. I would sometimes go to sleep with it, and I have all the tools in the world to manage it because I'm a certified coach. I've done so many different educations of how to manage your emotions, emotional intelligence, the subconscious mind, how to navigate difficult situations and emotions, and I've been navigating it really well. Saying this, it doesn't mean that it wasn't like challenging, because it was like a new feeling for me. I just feel like it might really help you to hear a little bit about my experience and what I do to manage that. And one really big part of that is a solid morning routine, doing something where you take care of yourself first. I've noticed the difference so freaking much, where I would just get up and do my thing and just get to work straight or whatever I was about to do, versus when I would detach myself from needing to start, needing to rush, everything needs to be fast, everything needs to be done, and just allow myself, even if it's like 30 minutes or an hour, to just have that for myself and do something for my mind. So feeding my mind with good thoughts. I would listen to Abraham Hicks or empowering podcasts or subliminals or frequencies. Frequency, honestly, if you feel like in the morning and your mind is in a way that you cannot take on words and you can't really listen, put on like a frequency with the emotion you're feeling. So for instance, an anxiety relief frequency or a calming frequency, because our body in the end is energy and frequencies. You will notice when you put it on, it's going to make a difference. It's going to change the energy within your body, and that way it's going to change how you feel. Feeding your mind with something really powerful, calming, good thoughts. And then I would highly recommend, just, I say this I think every video, to go for a walk, but you could also just meditate or journal or craft something where your mind is really occupied, but you're just doing it for yourself. And if you feel like you do not have the time for it, then I really want to give you this tip that has helped me so much. That is to Instead of saying I don't have the time, this is not my priority, because it really makes visible of where we put our focus with our precious time and our precious life, and most of the time it's not where we want our focus to be. If you're saying like I don't have time to work out, just say it's not a priority for me to work out, and that could be true and that could be fine. Like, you know, it doesn't mean that this is not meant to make you feel bad. This is meant to make you realize what you're focusing on, and if that's what you want to focus on. Like, is working out really something that you do not want it to be a priority? Changing your language is so powerful, because oftentimes when we feel anxious or just overwhelmed, what we do is we put everything around us first instead of putting ourselves first, where we are the foundation. Change your language. You realize you're just saying I'm not my priority, and that really hurts sometimes to say it out loud, but honestly it really is just a wake-up call, and then you've got the awareness, so now you have the power to change your behavior, your situation, and realize what is really important to you. And I just wanted to share this little hack because it really helped me. The thing I started taking was ashwagandha. I'm gonna show you the one that I took because it's really important that you look for the quality. It needs to be that KSM, I think 666, and I use like a complex with some other goodies in it, magnesium and L-theanine, which is also calming. That really helps as well, but this is really the last thing. That's something to support your body, but first we need to really take accountability of why those emotions are happening, why our life is so busy. And one thing that really helped me in the sense of being anxious was when I would take a breath, feel into the feelings, and ask myself, what specifically am I anxious of? What am I afraid of? What am I scared of? Because most of the time our anxiousness stems from like a fear or like trying to avoid a specific scenario. And when we actually know what you're afraid of, you're less afraid because you know what's going to happen, and then you can start thinking, can I handle this? How could I handle this? And you start looking into solutions, and therefore your anxiety kind of passes because you're more anxious because you know something is up and you're scared of something, but you're not, because if you can deal with the worst case scenario, there's no reason anymore to be afraid. It's something that I needed to remind myself of many times, sometimes some days. So it's not that you remind yourself of that and your anxiety necessarily goes away. Even though it was challenging, I feel blessed to be able to have experienced these emotions because now I understand them so much better. But long talk, I'm about to go for a walk. Margot is standing outside waiting for me, so I have to go. But yeah, let's go for a walk for our mental health and for the soul, because it is so beautiful outside, and go for a walk every single day. But I'll see you later. Bye.
Don't be late.